Well, good afternoon. Thank you, Larry, for that introduction. My name is Tyler Fewens. I am the District Vice President for LCEF in the Pacific Southwest District. It's a pleasure to be here today. Clicker.
Here. I've got it.
That'd be bad.
Here you go.
Thank you.
We'll take him.
Maybe. Doesn't seem to be working.
There you go.
There we go. All right. Since last convention, we've closed $42 million in new loans in our district. We currently have a little over 4,000 investors, and those 4,000 have invested about $120 million that we could use for ministry. And if we're looking at LCEF nationwide or as a whole, we have a loan portfolio a little greater than $1.5 billion, 60,000 investors nationwide, and those investors have about $1.6 billion invested that we could lend to our congregations and RSOs. I'm going to highlight a few things. Since last convention, when LCEF has strong earnings, we can share that with our LCEF member district. So the Pacific Southwest District has received about $257,000 that we then use back for ministry use. I was hired in November of 2015 officially, started prior to that, worked under Gary Spencer for a little over a year. We thank Gary for his service to the Pacific Southwest District and hope he's enjoying retirement. Kaleidoscope Grant is a new program, a granting program LCEF started about 2 years ago. For 17, we had 2 ministries receive the grant. One was the Pacific Southwest District. We're going to build a worker health website. Dave Reeder has a table out there. You can kind of check that out. And then also Christ Church in Phoenix received something for expansion for their elementary and preschool as well. Also, over the past 3 years, we've improved. We've taken $12 million that wasn't performing back to performing loans, so we've made great strides with our impaired loans in our district. Still have a little bit of work to do, but things are moving in the right direction. With the Signature Sponsorship Grant, that's another grant we have in the district. Over the last 3 years, $5,000 per year. We've granted out $15,000. The most recent one would be the mural Larry mentioned earlier today at First Good Shepherd in Las Vegas. It is nearing completion, and we're excited to be a part of that project. I'm going to highlight a few district projects. We'll start with Faith Lutheran Church in Cottonwood, Arizona. We've got a call for this. Their trusses in the roof were failing. They needed assistance right away. We were able to step in with that loan. They were able to redo the roof and then modernize their sanctuary at the same time. Christ the King in Redlands, California. They were eager to start construction on their preschool buildings. They were in modular buildings. So you could see that in the top picture. So they're in a permanent building now. At that same time, they upgraded their sanctuary, made their narthex more easier and welcoming to guests, and modernized their bathrooms as well. Gethsemane in Tempe, Arizona, completely renovated their sanctuary. Modern, will house more, and they're going to be reaching their community. They did a really cool thing. They had members and people from their capital campaign. They were able to sign the altar before they laid the flooring on top of that. So they'll always be a part of that. Word of Life in Surprise, Arizona. Good things going on there. They have outgrown their original sanctuary. So we're in that process currently to close that loan, and they'll start construction on a brand new, larger sanctuary, which will then give them more office space for the church and the preschool, and more classroom space for the preschool as well that is thriving. So we're excited to be partnering with them. Faith Community in Las Vegas. We've partnered with them a few times over the past couple years. The first project we did was August of 2015, which was the preschool purchase. You can see that pictured. And then the other picture you'll see Pastor Michelson up there. That is the foundation for their new sanctuary, and they are pouring that currently. When that is complete in the next year, there will be a 3-site ministry. Their sanctuary will be a separate property. They'll have their academy, elementary school, and then they'll have the preschool. Excited to be partnering with them as well as they reach the greater Las Vegas area. Summit Community in Buckeye, Arizona. Good things going on there. So I want to I had Pastor Nate put something together for us, so he's going to share in his own words. It's a little video, so we'll watch that right now.
On behalf of our entire church, I want to say thank you to the Lutheran Church Extension Fund. I'm so grateful for their partnership now over many years at our church. Summit's located on the west side of Phoenix, and our mission statement is this: to reach the world for Jesus, one life at a time. To live that out, we've committed ourselves to reaching our community. We love meeting people, creating connections, and seeing those who are far from God come to know Jesus. On Sunday mornings for worship, we're what many people would consider a portable church. We rent space from a local high school, and every Sunday, teams come in early and stay late to be able to transform that space for ministry. It has served us very well, but in the last few years, we felt God moving us as a church to take some big steps forward to reach far more people in the West Valley. And that's when LCEF played a pivotal role for us. 3 years ago, Tyler Fewens and the LCEF team asked us at the last district convention, is there anything we can do to help Summit move forward in ministry? It wasn't very long, just a few months later, when we picked up the phone and said there is an office building that we think would be perfect for our staff and volunteer teams. We have clearly outgrown our last space, and they walked right alongside of us to help buy that building in a pretty short amount of time at the end of the year. It has been a tremendous blessing to our ministry the last couple of years. The next year, we found a piece of property that was at a great price and in a phenomenal location right along the I-10 freeway. As we prayed about that and looked at a number of different sites, we truly believe that's where God was calling us to build our first permanent church campus. It's located in Buckeye, which happens to be the 5th fastest growing city in the country in 2017. LCEF stepped in and was incredibly helpful along the way, which leads us to this year, as we've been working on construction and plans and getting ready to be able to build that new campus. One of the most important things we had to do along the way was raise the funding and the support, and once again LCEF came through with a great capital campaign consultant. We not only had a strong financial response, but it also helped people increase their commitment and excitement about what God was doing in our church. I am so grateful for LCEF's partnership, and as we look forward to the future, I can't wait to see what God has in store as we work together for the sake of the kingdom.
So just to summarize, Lutheran Church Extension Fund is really your ministry partner. I would like to turn it over to Bart. Bart Day, thank you for being here, our LCF's president and CEO.
Thank you, Tyler. It's great to be here with all of you. Rachel Klitzing, who's still sitting in the back, I think. There she is. She's the greatest education executive in the Synod. You should know that.
We know that.
But she scooped up Tyler right away. Yeah, go Rachel. With some of the best schools in the whole Synod, but Rachel scooped up Tyler right away and put him to work. And so at the district office, but we're very blessed to have him now at LCEF. But we want to thank President Stotterow and his wife Linda for all their years of service and the great partnership that you've shared with LCF for these many years. So well done, good and faithful servant. And I know the Lord has great things for both of you to do in the coming years. Do any of you know when the Pacific Southwest District actually joined LCEF?
88?
1985. So you have been a part of LCF now for 33 years. Tyler showed you some of the numbers, but do you know that the good members of the PSW district now have over $120 million invested at LCF? And do you know that right now you have 180 active loans in the district for over $202 million? So this has been a long, strong partnership between the PSW and LCEF. Of course, you are part of something much larger because there are 31 member districts of LCEF. Just 2 weeks ago, or almost 2 weeks ago, June 15th, LCEF celebrated our 40th birthday. And over those 40 years, 31 districts have now joined with LCEF. The very first was North Wisconsin in 1980, and the very last district to join was South Dakota just last summer. As Tyler also shared, that means that we pool your resources, both the loan dollars that you need and investment dollars, so LCEF now enjoys 60,000 plus investors with over $1.85 billion invested and a total loan portfolio now that's almost $1.5 billion. And that loan work is growing. I go around to the district conventions and I hear about the challenges of the church and some of the decline that's happening in the church, but LCEF is growing and is growing substantially. In 2017, LCEF was able to close over $187 million just in new lending. And this fiscal year, which will end in just a couple of weeks, LCEF will do over $225 million in just new loans alone. This is growing in congregations who are expanding, but certainly Lutheran education is expanding, whether that's elementary schools, high schools, and our university system, and also recognized service organizations, especially those who are engaging their communities, child and family services, those who are doing senior services. A lot of activity and growth and partnership with LCEF is happening. All of that growth means that we need your dollars and we need your investments. And so thank you to those of you who do invest, but I would encourage you to keep an eye out in the coming months as LCEF will be looking to garner more dollars. So there are lots of investment tools that are available for you. There are great rates available and opportunities for you to put those dollars to work with us so that we can continue the expansion of the church quite literally around the world. And all of that work, as Tyler mentioned, means that we have dollars to give and to share. In 2017, $2.3 million given back to Synod and our member districts, who use those dollars oftentimes for specific mission projects in the district, and the new Kaleidoscope Fund, which in the first 2 years has been able to award 22 grants for $1.2 million. And we just have a grant cycle that's closed, and there will be probably another $800,000 or $900,000 given in grants this year. So part of the blessing of LCEF is we're able to share those gifts back with the church. The other thing to share with you is the continued growth and opportunity to serve internationally, especially in Lutheran school settings. We have partnered with Concordia International School, both in Shanghai and in Hanoi, and we've seen great growth. I was able to be in Hanoi just a few months ago for the groundbreaking of a new building which will allow now the school to have its kindergarten through 12th grade, serving almost 900 students. Now, I'm the child of a Vietnam War veteran, and so to think that in the 2000s we would have a Lutheran school in Hanoi, Vietnam, is rather amazing. But that school is able to share the gospel with those children, as we're doing in Hong Kong and Shanghai and other parts of the world. I was also recently in Uruguay and Montevideo, the capital city, where there is a partnership between the LCMS, the Lutheran Church of Uruguay, and our partner church in Brazil to build a new Lutheran university in Montevideo. They have literally captured an old castle, I mean literally a castle, that is now being expanded and converted into a Lutheran university, which will be able to serve thousands of students in a country like Uruguay, which is one of the most secularized countries in the world. You also know, and it was mentioned in the video, that LCEF has ministry support. This is where we come alongside congregations and agencies to try to offer them clarity and direction around their mission and vision and strategic planning for the future, and also continue to lead in areas such as stewardship. In the last 6 years alone, LCEF, a couple of programs and projects that you probably know, Capital Funding Services, which is the part of LCEF that helps congregations and agencies do capital campaigns. In the last 6 years, we've been a part of 200 capital campaigns and have raised about $185 million. During that same period of time, there have been 70 projects done by Laborers for Christ. You know those folks, get in their RVs, come, help congregations and ministries expand. In the last 6 years, they've done 70 projects, and we estimate they've saved congregations about $3 million on construction costs alone. So ministry support is here to continue to partner with congregations. So As LCF celebrates our 40th birthday, we believe that the best years are yet to come and that there are great opportunities for congregations and districts and schools, recognized service organizations, and our rostered church workers to dream about the future of ministry. And LCF is here to have those financial resources and other expertise to come alongside of you to help make those dreams a reality so that the gospel continues to be spread to the very ends of the earth. So thank you for all of those years of partnership. We thank you for Tyler and his great work in the district. We look forward to partnerships with the new district president and work for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Bart.